is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A handoff, running left, Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Henry again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
49ers nothing. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They just get the play off. Now Fitzpatrick. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 0-0.
Now Rodgers. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4.
Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now Fitzpatrick. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Open man, that's the tight end fire move. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
Five yards remain on second down. Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out to Montgomery. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
49ers 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Moore. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42. On 1st down, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On play action, Rodgers. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Rodgers. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Batson now bringing it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
From the 16, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He completes it to Henry. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and we talk so much about the